is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Ty from Ty Drives here with the GoPro clip to my head, and we're going to be taking a test drive on the all-new 2027 Kia Seltos. And good news for the viewers, we have the most powerful engine available, the 1.6 turbo. So we're going to be taking a test drive and kind of put this car through its paces a little bit. We'll get it on a main road, kind of see what the sound insulation is like. We'll do an acceleration test, and we'll get a suspension test on a bumpy road. First things first, though, I'm going to give you a brief overview on what this car is. Now, again, it's completely redesigned for 2027. It's a second generation Seltos. This is the X-Line SX trim with the Prestige package, so it's a completely loaded Seltos, and again, all new. If you'd like to see a full features review video on this very car, I have posted one up on YouTube on my channel, so make sure you check that out if you want to see all the doors open, what it looks like under the hood, you know, all kinds of specs, features, all that stuff. But for now, we're just going to do a quick, brief overview. Now, this being the fully loaded one, we have the upgraded headlights, which have this super thin headlight bulb. That's the high beam and that's the low beam, so super thin headlights, all LED. Got parking sensors up front, these cool glossy black 19-inch wheels, lots of glossy black elements on this car to give it a nice contrast. And look at this color, it's so cool. It's called Terrain Brown, and it's a nice metallic kind of like sandy color. Fuel doors on the driver's side, and our window sticker shows us a $37,105 sticker price. We have a panoramic sunroof up there, a light bar for the back for the LED tail lights. We've got 360 cameras, and I think this is a really sharp looking car. Let's take a quick glance under this powered hatch. Really good amount of space in the back here. I was very surprised when I first popped open this trunk. Good amount of space for the size of vehicle, and it's got these pretty cool attach and detach kind of cargo hooks. Pretty cool. There's a spare tire underneath, and you can fold those seats down. In the back, pretty much all hard touch materials on the door except for your armrest, but we have a smoky black leather interior, nice attention to detail on the seats, USB-C chargers, air vents back here, and an armrest. If you want to see how much room there is with a guy my size sitting, you know, behind myself, take a look at that full features review video. Tons of features on this fully loaded Seltos that you just really don't find in this segment of vehicle. For instance, you have heated and cooled seats. You have a heated steering wheel. You have two-person memory seats for the driver's seat. And this, I just have to show you. This is Kia's relaxation seat. I'm not going to do it all the way, but you get the point. Puts the seat back, puts the front cushion up, and leans back this seat here. So just super cool stuff. And four-way lumbar too. You just don't see this stuff in this segment of vehicle. Also, an awesome Harman Kardon audio system. It is running already because it's just so hot and humid today. The temperature is only showing 78, but trust me, I am sweating like crazy. Nice double screen setup, one for your driver's information, one for your touchscreen with the wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. You also have a small segment in the middle for climate controls. We do have physical climate controls down here if you choose. Wireless charging, 3 USB-C connections. It's a really good looking interior. We also have a panoramic sunroof. But enough of me blabbing. Let's put my seatbelt on for safety first and get on with the test drive. Alright, so here we are on the road with the new Seltos. Our first test is going to be sort of this two-lane highway, if you will. Hopefully we can get it up to, you know, 45, maybe 50 miles an hour here. And it actually tells us. That's pretty neat. I didn't notice that earlier. It's got the speed sign recognition, but it also tells you how many feet away you are from the next speed limit change. So that's pretty darn neat. I did not notice that before. But yeah, now that we're up close to 45 miles an hour, you know, not quite highway speeds, but it does feel pretty good. Steering is nice and direct. You don't have that kind of off-center vagueness. Sound insulation is pretty good. I really can't hear the oncoming traffic. I do hear a little bit of whirring from the tires, but that's about it. Yeah, I'd say pretty good sound insulation. Again, just a little bit of tire noise, that's all. Now we're going to take a right onto this back road, and this will kind of be the remainder of our test of some nice back roads. Now, we are going to switch it into sport mode, since we'll be doing our acceleration test right as we take a right onto this road here. Now this road has a nice straight that goes up for our acceleration test, and it also has a pretty bumpy section, so we'll really be able to kind of feel out the... Hey, listen to that. Kia got a new turn signal. You hear that? New turn signals for Kia. And as I was saying, we'll really be able to feel out the suspension on the bumpy roads. But here we are on our acceleration test. I like to get it up to 25 and just kind of hit the throttle and see what happens. So here we go. All right, hop on the brakes. Yeah, actually a pretty impressive acceleration, I must say. You know, it's not gonna blow your socks off or anything, but definitely better than, you know, most vehicles in this segment. Thanks to the highest trim level we have here, we've got the 1.6 liter turbocharged inline 4-liter engine. It's good for 190 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque, which is more than most vehicles in its segment. And it definitely feels like it. Definitely feels like it. Everything comes hooked up to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it comes standard with all-wheel drive in this engine and trim level. So yeah, I'd say pretty impressive acceleration feel. I would expect that the mid-range power is pretty good since we have a turbocharger on board. Let's try that out. Yep, you could definitely feel it building the boost, and then there we go. Now, there is one thing that I've noticed while driving this around, just, you know, kind of from parking lot to parking lot to the car wash and all that good stuff. If you have this in the normal, you know, driving mode, the throttle is kind of muted in the sense where if you're taking off from a stop sign or pulling out of a parking lot, you got to give a little bit more throttle than I would personally like. And then once you do give it that little more throttle, you know, you're finally like, okay, this is good. And then, you know, that turbocharger hits, and then you're like, okay, this is too much throttle, so I have to back off. So that is one thing that I noticed as far as throttle response, but the sport mode seems to fix that, so that's good. Bumpy road we're on right now. We hit some pretty bad bumps while I was talking about the throttle response, but it does feel good. I do have to say, the suspension does feel very compliant and comfortable. Not the most comfortable in the world, but also not the most stiffest. I'm actually expecting it to ride a little bit harder because we do have some pretty decently big wheels for a vehicle in this segment. We've got 19-inch wheels. And yeah, pleasantly surprised with the suspension, so that's good. You know, you kind of go into something expecting something, and then, you know, something better happens. You know, that's kind of like this situation. I was expecting it to ride a little bit harder than it did, and it doesn't, so that's good. Got a nice corner coming up here. We'll see what the handling feels like. Yeah, I mean, you can't have both, you know, comfort ride and, you know, good handling. So this definitely leans on that comfort end. So you won't be doing any canyon carving or hitting up Lime Rock Park in this baby. And I would say, you know, around the back roads, it's just a really nice vehicle to drive. You know, it's quiet. That tire noise goes away, you know, below 40 miles an hour. I mean, you do get a little bit of noise when you go over like the imperfections of the road. It's really nothing to scoff at. It's just a nice, comfortable cruiser. The seat has treated me well throughout the, let's see here, 2.5 hours that I've been in this vehicle. You know, filming, getting up and getting out. So not a constant 2 hours, but you know, it does feel good. Lots of customability for the seat, the four-way lumbar, the relaxation seat. And I must say, the cooled seats in this car are probably one of the strongest cooled seats that I've ever felt in any car. I made a bad choice today and wore jeans. However, that cooling fan, that air is getting right through my jeans, and it feels great on a hot day like today. So, good seats. What's awesome is, take a look, we've got the blind spot view cameras, which allow you to see what's in back of you on the side before you make a turn. It's especially helpful on highways, either if you're merging or just changing lanes. But yeah, I would say this overall, it's a pretty pleasurable driving experience. Definitely drives, you know, I would say a little bit more expensive than it is. It does feel good to drive. You know, suspension's comfy. The throttle response, you know, to me could use a little bit work, but you could avoid that by, you know, clicking the sport mode. There's not a whole lot of noise in here. It's got a fantastic audio system, comfortable seats, lots and lots of features, and that's pretty much it for our test drive. I thank each and every one of you for watching, and I hope you click our full features review and also watch our YouTube Shorts video that we made on this vehicle. And again, thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you next time.